Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the first video in a long time, first video of the new year. And this is going to be our documentation of the journey. So this time last year, I left my job to pursue photography and videography full time. And we spent all of last year just kind of eking by, getting jobs here and there. Yes, there were some actual wins and everything, not downplaying that. But when you start on your photo video journey of everything, the whole goal is to figure out what you like and and to give other things a chance and to just really see where you want a foothold and to learn as much about the industry and everything as possible. That's what last year was. We're going on 3 years now of photography and videography, and this will be, I don't know. I see it as year one of actually taking it seriously, as goofy as that sounds, seeing as how last year we just kind of got by on everything. But this is year one. After what we learned last year from everything and taking all the jobs that we couldn't get on and everything, I learned that the jobs that I prefer are real estate and really anything fitness related. So that's what we're niching down to. My wife also does photography and she enjoys more of the maternity and couples, weddings, things like that. So she'll still have that. The goal for the end of this year is honestly so that both of us are full time with this, which is where this gets to be kind of like an accountability thing. So this year there's a few things that we did to take this as serious and give ourselves as many buffers as possible for this year. She still works a full-time job. This is mine. Um, I was using the Canon f4 lenses. So for starters, we shoot on the Canon EOS R. She has one, I have one. Great camera, 10 out of 10, recommend. It does have its own limitations, especially being 2024. We fully plan on upgrading when we can, but I specifically was rocking the f4 set, the f4L lens set, the 24 to 105. Love it. It's a great lens. And the 70 to 200 f4. Again, love it. Another great lens. However, there are limitations with those lenses when you're shooting in some of the low light situations we're shooting in. So got rid of both of those lenses and upgraded to the RF 24 to 72.8. And that quality has already been noticeably different and phenomenal. So we're winning there. We made it a point to hit as many of the gyms and especially powerlifting owners, meet coordinators as possible in the area to get ins with either the WRPF or the USAPL. I hope I'm saying this right. So I could push those. And I regularly make it a point to message and hit as many of the real estate agencies and agents as I can. We're getting a lot better with those, and um, it'll be a different video, different situation when I get to that one. But I also found out that there's my wife, all of her images always came out phenomenal and great. She shoots with primes, I shoot with zooms. So there's already going to be a noticeable difference there. But there was one difference that I didn't really pay attention to, and I'll definitely make it a point to explore that a lot more, to make a video for this in the future. But I was shooting on C-roll all of last year instead of full raw. And while it's still a raw image profile, I was missing out on some information. So I kind of shot myself in the foot on a few things there. Situation fixed. Again, noticeable difference ever since. So we have the upgrades. I'm also a minimalist, which is why my goal will always be two cameras, three lenses, and then just one drone, just to keep it as simple as possible. Having all of the gear is great. I'm sure it's fun, but I don't know. I'm a minimalist, so why would I want all of this gear that I'm not going to use. So with the knots down, this is our current kit for this year. That's it. We've got our drone. We've got our Insta360 1RS, our 16 millimeter, some camera batteries, and some miscellaneous stuff. That's it. And we're going to keep it. The DJI mics also, which is what we're using here. And we enrolled in the Full Sail University cinematography, the digital cinematography course, which has a lot of advantages, and it's also twofold. So, A, I can learn some of those actual cinematography skills that I might not be able to learn through YouTube or just through hands-on experience. So, to give myself the experience with that, because all the photography and videography that I know now, that we know now, is all self-taught. And we're fairly decent at it. I like to say that we're pretty good. But in the grand scheme of things, we eventually want to have that one of those looks that you look and you're like, wow, that is Isaac and Destiny. Wow, that is Time Capsule Media. That's the look that we're going for, and the end all goal for everything. And yeah, that's really it. Also making sure to uh, learn DaVinci Resolve. Oh, and to learn to shoot in log at all times. So I've set all the video on every camera to log. It's log on Canon log on Canon cameras. It's log on the Insta360, and it is S log 3 on the DJI Mini 4 Pro. That way, there's no choice. Anything that I shoot has to be color graded in DaVinci. Um, Also, I know that learning to edit, to do everything on the MacBook, is great. But I would love, this is just a one-off fun fact. I would love to be able to ooh, learn to do everything on the iPad. I do so much more on the iPad. I already broke the screen on my MacBook Pro from carrying it around in my bag to do work with. So I don't want to risk that with the new computer I'll be getting in a few months. I would rather, I don't know. I want to make sure that one is as protected as possible. Maybe that'll change once I have it and I'm in that situation. But until then, yeah. So I want to learn to do everything with the iPad. Now, there are some things with us using Lightroom Mobile or Lightroom Photoshop, whichever one you want to call it. I don't use Classic just because of the fact that I enjoy how Lightroom Mobile communicates with everything else. And yeah, there are diehard Lightroom Classic users and then diehard Lightroom Mobile users. I don't really care either way. I just prefer the way that we already know how to use it as well right now. And having that extra cloud storage, I think we've got like 25,000 images in there. Having access to those, pretty helpful when we want to like post on social media, be able to show that work, et cetera, et cetera. Personal preference, you do whatever works for you. Just laying out where I'm sitting now so that so that we build this. Also, I'm going to be a little curious as to how it ends up at the end of this year. So this will be something fun to look back on at the end of the year, then later to see how well this ages and to see what changes. Huh. We'll be doing them regularly, so maybe the changes won't be as easy to see, but they'll be there for us to see. Trying to think of where else I'm at. And I need a new chair. All right. Thanks for watching the first video of this year. And look forward to sharing this journey here with you. Look forward to continuing to grow to make everything look better, be better, and get better. And if you have any suggestions or comments or I don't know, nice words, let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next one.